Good morning, distinguished dignitaries, respected faculty members, esteemed researchers, scholars, industry leaders, and dear participants. It is a privilege and honor to welcome you all to the International Conference on Innovation, Technology, and Sustainability, Driving an Evolving Business Landscape, organized by the Department of MBA, KLS Gogte Institute of Technology, Belagavi. KLS Gogte Institute of Technology, permanently affiliated and an autonomous institute under Vishweshwaraya Technological University, accredited with NAC A+ and NBA, stands as a beacon of academic excellence and research innovation. Today's conference reflects our institution's unwavering commitment to advancing knowledge, fostering interdisciplinary research, and encouraging intellectual dialogue at a global level. Every auspicious beginning is marked by seeking divine blessings. To invoke positivity and wisdom for today's proceedings, we now invite Ms. Pratiksha Nayak to render the invocation song.
ನೀನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ನೀನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ನೀನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ನೀನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಗುರುಕುಲಕ್ಕೆ ವರವಾಗಿ ಗುರಿ ತೋರೋ ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ಹೊರೆ ನೀನು ಎಂದೆಂದು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬಂದು ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಬಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಷಣ ಕ್ಷಣವೂ ನಮಗಾಗಿ ನೆರುವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಕಾಗಿ ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಬಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಷಣ ಕ್ಷಣವೂ ನಮಗಾಗಿ ನೆರುವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಕಾಗಿ ದಯೆ ಇರಲಿ ಎಂದೆಂದು ಗತಿ ನೀನೇ ಆದಿಯಲಿ ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ನೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Ms. Pratiksha, for that uplifting invocation. It is now our honor to invite Dr. H.N. Shivaprasad, Dean, Department of MBA, KLS GIT, to deliver the welcome address and present the profile of MBA department.
The international conference being conducted by our department. And it's great pleasure to invite you to a Institute of Excellence which has been in existence since 1979 and doing a lot of quality work over the years. The DNA of the MBA department is also that of the GIT. We have been in existence since 2007 and all the teaching learning processes, the value systems are all inherited by our department. Since last few years, our Honorable Principal, M.S. Patil sir, has focused all his attention to research and innovation. And therefore, we have launched in a big way in these areas. And in the recent times, we have made our focus also into entrepreneurship, startup and all that. GIT is now a happy place and we have a KLS GRIT, wherein a number of startups are going to come. They're already there, and some more are likely to come. So, welcome, sir, to our Institute of Excellence. Welcome you all to this event, the participants of the international conference, the student participants of this workshop, and also our fellow colleagues and students. It gives immense pleasure for me to welcome our chief guest, Gidari Chandar sir, who is the MD of Vega Accessories, which makes the India's loud helmet called Vega. And I was not knowing much about the organization. Then I only know that it's popular and makes quality helmets. But I was amazed that sitting here in Belgaum, they have a brand of helmet which sells across maybe 30 for 30 countries. They make as many as 25, 30,000 helmets per day across 6 locations using the most modern quality processes. And I went to their Facebook and it was very innovative. They talked about helmets, how they are helpful and all that, where they quote a figure like about 14% of all accidents, accidental deaths, the primary reason is not wearing the helmet. And it's quite, the observation that they made is very apt. Like many people carry helmets, but do not wear. Pehnoge to bachoge. Ah, I said, because in Bangalore, I have seen the youngsters in big bikes riding past, but helmet is in their hand. It's like that they will be doing. So then, so then they have captured that idea and made it as a campaign. Pehnoge to bachoge. 55,000 people die because they don't wear helmets in India. Out of about 4 lakh deaths, which may happen, 55 happens because of helmet not being worn. And therefore, they are basically not in the business of making helmets, but in saving lives. What they give is saving lives. My boss in my previous institution used to tell students, helmet, what helmet you are wearing, don't wear it for police people to avoid fines. Wear it to protect your head. On that head may be dependent your family and people who are banking on you. ಪೊಲೀಸರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಹೆಲ್ಮೆಟ್ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ ತಲೆ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ, which has been captured by them. It's good that I saw that Facebook and I was amazed the kind of innovative way they have conveyed the idea. Um, Coming to our department started in the year 2007, and which means that we are 18-year-old plus. We have 15 faculty, 11 of them are PhDs, and 4 are registered for PhD. Maybe in a year and a half, the department will be fully with PhD faculty. We have a research center which started maybe in 2012, and we have produced 3 PhDs. We have right now 15 research scholars and 8 guides, and therefore in a year too, you'll see the numbers. So most of them are in the final stages of production. ISET principal's focus has been research, and he is MS Patel. Maximum support here for our research related activity. Anything we propose related to this is okay. Maximum support, not the minimum support of government. 2007, we started with 60 intake. In 2019, our intake increased to 120. By God's grace, this year we have touched 180 intake. It's only because of the name and fame and the work done all by the GIT faculty and students over the years. There are many institutions who are unable to fill 60 seats also in these days of dearth of demand for some of the courses, but God has blessed us. The students are good, faculty team is good, and with guests like you coming over here and giving a pep talk, hopefully we should be able to do better in the years to come. Welcome back to Institute, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here. Professor Patil is our uh, principal, a man of academics and administration. He needs no introduction. I welcome you, sir, to this. I welcome also my fellow organizers to the function, the students, as well as the faculty here. It gives me hap immense happiness to welcome you all to this function. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome and for outlining the remarkable academic journey and achievements of the Department of MBA. The ceremonial kindling of the lamp symbolizes the dispelling of ignorance and illumination of knowledge. We now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward for kindling of the lamp ceremony.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठे गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम्
Thank you, respected dignitary, for illuminating this conference with the light of knowledge and wisdom. It is now our distinct honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest for this inaugural function. We invite Dr. Vanishri Hundekar, Faculty, Department of MBA, to introduce the chief guest.
It is indeed a great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Giridhari Chandak, a visionary leader and a highly respected expert in the field of business management, marketing, and strategic operations. Mr. Chandak brings with him a wealth of experience and a proven track record of excellence. He is widely recognized for his ability to build and lead high performing teams, drive organizational transformation, and implement value adding operational strategies that significantly enhance productivity, reduce operational cost, and improve overall business performance. As a head of marketing and sales, he oversees the complete functioning of the organization and plays a pivotal role in formulating and executing key strategic decisions that contribute to the company's sustained growth and marketing leadership. Mr. Giridhari Chandak completed his schooling at St. Xavier School, Belgaum, and later pursued his engineering from KLS Engineering College, Belgaum. A strong academic foundation combined with his sharp business acumen, he has enabled him to successfully bridge technical knowledge with strategic leadership. He is associated with Vega Auto Accessories Private Limited, one of India's most prominent and trusted helmet manufacturers. Vega currently operates 4 state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, 2 in Uttarakhand and 2 in Belgaum. with an impressive combined production capacity of 12,000 helmets per day. In addition to its strong domestic presence, Vega has established a significant footprint in the global market, exporting nearly 40% of its production to the United States, Europe, and various Asian countries. The company is also a leading OEM and contract manufacturer, producing for several prestigious international brands, which stands as a testament to its quality standards, technological excellence, and global credibility. We are truly honored to have such a distinguished industry leader with us today. Please join me in giving a warm and respectful welcome to our chief guest of today's function.
Thank you, ma'am. As a token of our respect and gratitude, we now request Dr. M.S. Patil, Principal, KLS GIT, to present a sapling to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Girdhari Chandak. Thank you, sir. To provide insight into the vision, objectives, and scope of this international conference, we now invite Dr. Sanjay Deshpande, Faculty, Department of MBA, to present a brief note about the conference.
Dignitaries on the decks, participants, faculty, colleagues, students. My greetings to you, Namaste. The seeds of this conference were sown exactly a year ago. That's when we started thinking, and then all these days, the seeds were under cover, nourished by thoughts, ideas, brainstorming sessions. And today I'm very happy that there's a sprout and the seeds have seen the light of its day. So the efforts to organize culminate here, and the challenges to execute commence from here. The salient features of this particular conference are as under. We have received 89 abstracts, 68 full papers in 8 tracks. We have tied up with JPI, Journal Press of India, for conference management system, and which is also our publishing partner. Some good papers will go into ABDC journals. IUP has accepted and consented to be our publishing partner as well. We will have two best papers, first and second, in 3 categories: faculty, research scholars, and students. We have gone digital. All the participants will get digital certificates. Something about knowledge. Today is the Ekadashi, so I must talk of Lord Krishna. In the Gita, he says, there's nothing equal to knowledge. Knowledge is sovereign and supreme. We all redeem vouchers, coupons, but it's time to redeem knowledge as well. Knowledge is enriching, knowledge is uplifting. And these conferences, workshops are the opportunities and platforms to enrich our knowledge, deepen our thinking, expand our horizons, and get into the next layer of knowledge and self growth. As the quote goes, Swadesha Swadeshat Rajya Pujate, Vidwan Sarvatra Pujate, meaning scholars are revered and worshipped all over, whereas the king is worshipped in his kingdom and country. I strongly believe and hope that this platform will be an intellectual platform which will be intellectually stimulating, morally rewarding, and riveting. I wish this conference all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Vanishree Hundekar to brief about the conference publications.
I would like to take this opportunity to highlight the publication prospects associated with this conference. One of the key objectives of organizing this event is to provide a meaningful platform for quality research and to reach a wider academic audience. Accordingly, all papers presented at the conference will undergo a thorough and rigorous review process. Based on the recommendations of the reviewers and the relevance of the research, selected papers will be forwarded to a suitable journal indexed in reputed international databases such as EBSCO, ProQuest, and ABDZ. The authors of the selected papers will be formally communicated regarding the specific guidelines and the requirements and the editorial policies of the respective journals. Thereafter, the concerned journals will carry out their own independent peer review process in line with the standard publication procedures. Based on the outcome of this evaluation, high quality and suitable papers will be considered for the publication. This initiative is intended to enhance the visibility, impact, citation, and academic value of the research contribution presented at the conference. We hope and trust that this publication opportunity will serve as a meaningful platform for the authors, enabling their research to gain wider recognition and academic impact. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We now reach one of the most anticipated moments of this inaugural session. It is a privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Girdhari Chandak, Managing Director, Vega Helmets, Belagavi, to deliver the inaugural address. Sir's leadership in industry and commitment to innovation perfectly aligns with the theme of this conference. We request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning to you all. Good morning to all the dignitaries, my friends, students who have come all the way. As you've been told that we produce motorcycle helmets, we produce a lot. Today we are talking about sustainability. So we produce a lot of helmets. When we produce a lot of helmets, it's understood that we produce so much of waste, plastic waste, hazardous waste, many kinds of waste and spoil the whole environment. Fortunately or unfortunately, Mr. Sanjay sir came to me and told me to address uh, all the students on sustainability. So he was talking to me about how about collaborating with students and that you people are in sustainability. It can help the students. So I told in turn, more than us, the students might be a great help to the industry because we are in a regular process of sustainability, doing something where the wastage shouldn't be, hazardous. It's a big process. It's not a small thing. So to get more benefits from you people, after my opinions, I would love whenever you possible that you can give us suggestions, not today, but to sir, and we can work together and get benefit. Finally, the aim is to save and save the earth by all this. That is why I'm here today, as Mr. Sanjay's request. Sustainability is not a trending word. It's just not a trending word. I feel sustainability is more environmental sustainability, social sustainability, economic sustainability. Economic sustainability, I mean, industries have to be there. Without industries, we're not going to be surviving. And it's a necessary evil. It's called. It's really dangerous. So, while I'm talking to you here, I think there's a lot of production going on about helmets, and every minute we are raising carbon prints, pollution. We all together, something or the other, we are doing. So the idea is not to stop the production, but how we basically uh, recycle, uh, how we use the waste to our advantage, and save the mother earth by heavily concentrating on, because you cannot avoid. So pollution things are going to happen, and we all as have to raise to our responsibility. I'm not going to take much time on what all we are doing in the industry, but I'll tell you certain examples which has changed. So everybody says, don't use plastics, don't use plastics. We also say. So there are small things what we can do is stop mineral water bottles for drinking, what we have done. There are so much of plastics used in the factory, used to be used in the factory to uh, interdepartment where you transfer the bags with sheets, plastic bags. So many things we have stopped that. And what are the alternates, biodegradable sheets and all? We do a lot of things which anybody is welcome and see, and then we can have a detailed discussion. Worse than that, there's something called thermocol EPS inside the helmet, which takes the impact. Uh, at the time of accident, that is the main thing which takes the impact. And suppose we are producing 50, 60 lakhs helmets a year, we are producing that many EPS thermocol. And those wastes are the most hazardous than anything else, plastics. Because those are not biodegradable, they are not consumable. They have to be thrown. I have to do a pit, keep it, but how much can we stack over the years? The only thing was we used to burn them. And while burning, imagine the kind of pollution we as a responsible citizen creating. So because of sustainability, because of awareness, we then innovated a machine which was very difficult. I want to tell you this also, sustainability, recycling is not easy. It's very hard and it's a cost effective, it's expensive, but we have to apply our minds. Coming back to the EPS, the kind of pollution we were creating, we designed and we researched and we came up with a machine which is to melt the thermocol and then form lumps. And then another machine which from the lumps we could create back to granules. But those were not supposed to be used in the helmets because of the safety standard. They lose their basic character. But they are used for decoration, the packing. You see during Ganesha festival, other the sheets are used. So it's a great thing that Vega started doing this. So there are many things what we are doing, but I want to highlight something very, very important today for what I've come is. We realize that all these things, every helmet or every industry has to do it. But we all thought, ki, how do we get into our people's mind, people's heart? With God's grace, we are now having over 4,500 employees working with us. And directly and indirectly, maybe the suppliers and all. So imagine 7,000, 8,000 families associated with Vega. So what we did, an interesting thing was how to get into the habits. We thought a lot and we said, will be successful in sustainability with your support, with all kinds of segments of people if they get into it. So we distributed, uh, our team went to individual departments, spoke to them. We have out of 4,500, we are proud to say we have over 2,000 female uh, lady workers. We promote a lot of women empowerment. And we've been appreciated all over the country for this. It's a significant achievement. So we thought these are the ladies who can make differences in their houses. So very small thing we did. Our team went to individual department and told them the importance of plastics and how they can use it. So we gave them two bags, cloth bags, one big, large, and one medium, and a steel bottle. Steel bottle was an incentive for them to uh, get into this. Why I'm telling you this is very important how the reaction goes. So we told them that please, we all who are well-to-do go every day to grocery or many times to vegetable fruits. But these people, difficult for them to go once or twice only. And these vegetable vendors nowadays have these plastics. So we wanted to tell them whenever you travel, whenever you go to buy anything, please use these bags. And don't use plastic bottles. Use this. For them, the steel bottle was very incentive, and they started said yes, we will use it. And if you come back after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months that the bag is torn or something, there'll be a gift voucher to you because you're not using. And more bags will be provided. And most things will be provided. And the gift voucher will not be money, it will be like rice, dal, or whatever, where they go home and they feel it's nice that we bought. And believe me, sir, and the kind of enthusiasm and the kind of smile and kind of the way they approached it was unbelievable. It was so satisfying. My point here is, as youngsters, and at that segment when people can think and get into sustainability and by using this can make a big difference to the world. And that's where I come that you are knowledgeable, you should come forward and get into big details. My other point is by telling that the plastic bag should not be used is not that we want to ban. There's a question, can you ban plastics? I think so, no. If that was possible, how would a lady in a village travel kilometers to get some drinking water? They have to get the plastic from here. They can't get the copper content. So plastics are here to stay. But the other side, we shouldn't be so casual. यार मेरा एक plastic गिर गया, एक bag गिर गया तो क्या ही तो फर्क पड़ेगा. That also should not be there. So plastics are here to stay. The only thing what we can do is recycle, be responsible. The only the only thing we can do is be responsible to all these things. Certain things are not about it, but it can be achieved. What I mean be responsible is, as a student, you should write wherever you're working, maybe on your desk, on a computer, or whenever you work, be responsible. That will only remind you and that will make you not only for sustainability, but it becomes responsible to the society. Any somebody needy also you'll basically become a humble human being. So I would request you to be more responsible towards all these things. I won't take much of your time. It's very difficult. I have some questions, not for you to answer, but for you to think, is it, even I don't follow it. It's very difficult. It's very easy for nowadays for us to just order something in Blinkit, order something in Amazon. But I have some few things. It doesn't mean that I don't follow it. We are trying to follow it. You shouldn't follow. I don't want to be a I want to be true. It's very difficult to today's world. But small questions. Amazon or local vendors? Please understand. You can answer your first. Walk to bus stop or Uber? I know we need to do taxi for long, but if it's nearby, still people want to Uber. Just take the meaning of that. Lays or desi chips? Football or gym? Gym, AC, this, that. Play football, play on the roads. Have a sport in your life every day. I play today, every Saturday, Sunday, something or the other. I play golf on Sunday, play some small football. Fountain pen or ball pens? Books or phones? Vegetable vendors or Blinkit? Perfumes or essential oils? Leather shoes or sports shoes? Leather gets evaporated. Clean, bad. Pepsi or घर का शरबत? ठंडा. Bicycle or motorcycle? Students, I'm not saying here I told you it's very difficult, but if you start thinking on it, it will make a difference. Be responsible. Thank you so much for listening to me. I won't take much of a time. I can only tell you, be responsible. We are trying to be, you too. If you, at this age, will make a big difference to the world. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, if you want to come and meet us, our organization, Mr. Sanjay is here to help you. Please do come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for insightful and inspiring address. Your words have truly set the tone for the deliberations to follow. I invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Girdhari Chandak, to graciously release the conference proceedings showcasing the scholarly contributions presented at this international conference. Thank you, sir. As a mark of our appreciation and gratitude, we request Dr. M.S. Patil, Principal, KLS GIT, to present a memento to our esteemed chief guest. Thank you, everyone. We now invite Dr. M.S. Patil, Principal, KLS GIT, to deliver the presidential remarks.
Namaskar and very good morning to all present here. Respected members on the dais, Shri Giridhari Chandak sir, MD Vega Helmets Belagavi. Thank you sir for making it for this conference. Dr. Shiv Prasad sir, Dean Department of MBA, the organizing committee for this international conference, faculty members, participants, researchers, and dear students. I welcome you all for this conference on innovation, technology, and sustainability, driving an evolving business landscape. Yes, you have heard many experts talking to you about the sustainability innovations, and it is a proud moment that Chandak sir is present here. And what else we can have? The entire team of Vega, who is into innovations, use of technology, and sustainability. You can find all the three in their organizations. Innovations, as rightly says, it is slightly making a difference. It is not that one thing is you are creating a completely a new object or a new product. It could be a product, it could be a process, it could be the way you operate, everything. A small change into the entire process, which is going to really help the society, it is an innovation. Technology, yes, of course, you need to make use of the present technologies if you want to enhance your productivity, if you want to enhance the work, if you want to have a quality work, you need to make use of the technology. And the technology nowadays, what we are talking about is IoT and CS and all have gone. AI is a new technology that has come up in the field. For how the managers, how the students, how the researchers, how the industry people can make use of this AI for enhancing these products, at the same time welfare of the people as well as the society. Sustainability, as very rightly pointed since all the speakers, also UN has in 17th sustainability goals, that is SDGs, and it is encouraging that most of the industries are making use of sustainability. In some of cases, the sustainability has been made one of the pointers for evaluating the growth of the industries. It is not only at the industries now, it has come down to education institutions as well. Therefore, even the education institutions, we need to have the courses, we need to have the projects, we need to have certain awareness sessions for this sustainability. It is not that all the three are three different pillars. They are connected to each other. We just can't think of sustainability without the innovation and the technology. I wish that even the yesterday the speaker when spoke about the research and the pre-conference session, he was talking of research, how the research could be made used, how we can make use of the data to see that all the three fall in line. Probably in the days in the entire sessions that take place for the whole day, we'll be talking of more of innovation, technology, and blending innovation and technology to achieve our sustainable growth, which is going to definitely going to change the business landscape in India. And in India, it's growing because now I think we are the fourth largest economy in the world, and in soon, if the business grows, we'll be competing with Japan and becoming the third one. And therefore, all the three have to come together and we have to move a long way. I also thank Chandak sir for accepting that, yes, he is ready to the accepting the association of KLS GIT for all the works or for the projects the students can take it up. And the best thing is the last point what the sir told about few questions what he raised. Really, they can make us to think, and that can trigger a word for this innovation and technology. How we can make use of resources present in our own country at the same time competing with the brands which are the worldwide. I wish this conference great success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and visionary words. Gratitude is the hallmark of academic tradition. We now invite Dr. Rekha Birje, Faculty, Department of MBA, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the MBA department, KLS Gogte Institute of Technology, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for today's conference. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Girdhari Chandak, MD Vega Helmets, Belagavi, for sparing his valuable time and sharing his insightful thoughts with us. Thank you, sir. I sincerely thank our respected President and Principal, Dr. M.S. Patil, for his constant encouragement and for his valuable presidential remarks. Thank you. My special thanks to our Dean, Dr. H.N. Shivprasad, for the warm welcome and for presenting the MBA department profile. I also thank Dr. Sanjay Deshpande for presenting the brief note about the conference and Dr. Vanishri Hundekar for the introduction of the chief guest. I extend my appreciation to all the dignitaries for lighting the lamp and gracing the occasion. I would also like to thank our student coordinators, along with faculty members, organizing committee members, and volunteers for their dedicated efforts in making this successful event. Lastly, I thank all the participants for their enthusiastic presence and active involvement. Thank you all for making this conference a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony, we request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
With this, we formally conclude the inaugural session of the International Conference on Innovation, Technology, and Sustainability Driving an Evolving Business Landscape.
Okay, I request all the audience to be seated here. We have keynote address by Dr. Anand. Please be seated here. We are making the last minute arrangements.
Dear participants and students, please be seated. We will be starting shortly with keynote speaker address. Okay, it's just 2 minutes. We are connecting. He will be addressing us from Dubai, so we are taking 2 minutes time for preparation. Please be seated.
Hello. Hello, namaste to all.
Good morning, sir. Sir, are you audible? Hello, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great.
So please, we can start the session.
Yeah, sure. Can we start or you have some more time to start?
Hello, sir. We can start with
Yeah.
this.
So shall I start presenting
Yes, sir.
or?
Yes, sir. We can start the session.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My slide is visible to you or is my slide is visible?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. So namaste and good morning to you all. And at the outset, I congratulate KLG Gogte Institute of Technology, Belagavi, Karnataka, for taking an initiative of organizing this conference, which is very relevant and contemporary and timely. And I wish them all the best in creating this forum for exchange of knowledge for the sake of better tomorrow. And I also thank the college for giving me an opportunity to share whatever little knowledge I have with this today's August gathering. Without much delay, I'm going to present a topic which is relating to your conference theme. That's nothing else. That is on is the future banking a unified, intelligent, and digital ecosystem. So this is quite related to your today's conference theme because your conference is talking about the driving future through innovation, technology, and sustainability. So my today's topic is also relating to sustainability as well as technology, but the sector is my domain, my area, that is banking. So my today's presentation having three objectives. We are going to in next 30 minutes. I'm going to share about what are the key shifts that's happening in digital in the area of banking and financial sector, and we'll also understand how the banking system is having more focused on data driven and how AI is reshaping the financial services. And overall, we will also find out what are the possibility of future and what are the strategic actions that we need to recommend for the banking sector for long-term sustainability. So this is the overall package of my today's talk. And coming to the agenda will be I'm going to discuss a bit about market overview, and let's also discuss about core technologies that's confronting with banking and financial sector. And we will also discuss about what are going to be the emerging trends in banking sector in next few years. And let's also discuss about best practices that the banking sector should adopt for a long-term sustainability. And ultimately, let's also have a quick look about future outlook, 2030 visions and emerging opportunities. So these are all overall my content. If I'm exceeding your time limit, so you can just give a warning bell so that I can shorten up my talk. So let's quickly understand the terminology of bank. So the terminology of bank, which is derived from Italian word, which means banco. So the banco means bench. So in those days, how this terminology of bank came? Because in those days, Italian people, those who are money lenders, they used to display the money on the bench in a park, and whosoever wants that money, they can borrow it with an agreement. So the banking system means what? Banking means they used to display the one who is having surplus money used to display, and who is going to take risk, and he used to lend the money, and the borrower used to give some some security, and they used to borrow a security, maybe an agreement. So that's how the terminology of bank has come. Bank means the terminology means banco, which means in Italian word it is bench. Now what is bank now? So which is not just lending and borrowing, which is much beyond. So you can say that there is a 360-degree change happened. I don't agree that today's bank is not only having 360-degree change, it is totally a different dimension. Today bank means what? It's very difficult to define. So the terminology of bank is nothing to do with the today's activity of the bank. That is highly, there is not at all having any relationship. But still we are continuing because it's a tradition that wording is going to continue. So let's understand briefly what was bank yesterday, what is banking today, and what will be the banking tomorrow. So let's have a quick outlook with this slide. So before 2000, the banking system is 100% branch based. In order to run a banking business, I should hire a building that's called branch banking. So in order to run this business, I should have a physical presence. And later on, a little bit technology the flair has come, So that in 1990 in India we started ATM services first time by ICICI Bank. That time people were laughing. So who will trust ATM? So it was, big skeptical about ATM. So now you know that for few years the ATM has, ruled, but in the years to come, when the digital presence is going to increase, then there is no relevance of physical currency. So that is why ATM, will the ATM will continue for after 10 years? I have my own doubts. Okay, so because when the whole world is moving towards a digital transaction, so then what is the relevance of physical currency? So even central banks are also going to issue digital currency. So that is why the branch banking the added with the ATM, and then the most of the transactions used to happen physically. If you want to get any services, you have to go to the bank. That was history now. So now the second phase is 2000 to 2010. So slowly the electronic aspects have been embedded with banking system. Then online banking has come into picture, and as a improvement, then mobile banking app also started. So today, in order to make banking transaction, no need means during the period of 2000 and 2010, then slowly the physical banking has moved to online banking. So no need to go to physically to get the services of bank. That can be done either through online as a first step, and the later step as a mobile app. Then what next now? In the 2010 to 2020, we have seen another phase that's called neo banking. So which means we are going to have an experience of banking without banking presence. So today the new banks are such banks which are running business without having any presence in the market. So the entire digital banking experience is going to be offered through digital platform only. So that is called the next stage, that is called neo banking, where the experience today in India we have two different variety. One is physical bank, another one is digital bank, and the new dimension is neo banking. So neo banking, they don't have any physical presence, everything is through online platform. If you want to see the branch, there is no branches at all. Now what next now after 2020? So the next stage has come. So AI, machine learning, and data analytics is playing an important role thanks to the technological innovation. So today the banking system means integration of AI, machine learning, and data analytics, so that the banks are going to provide for personalized services and also proactive services. And the banking service means what? It is not 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It was there before during the first stage. After 2:30, if you want to have bank services, it is impossible. You have to wait for the next day. And Saturday after 2:30 and Sunday you cannot get any banking services. Today it is not the case. So you can get banking services anytime during 24 hours and any day in 365 days. So this is the present scenario. So what next after a few years? What next now? So like we are moving from physical banking, then electronic banking, and then digital banking. Now the next stage is metaverse banking. So you just see the four phases, different phases: physical banking and electronic banking. This is the electronic. The second stage is electronic banking stage, and the next stage is digital banking. And the next stage in the next few years we can see metaverse banking. What exactly metaverse banking? Let's have a quick look later stage. Moving forward, so just have a quick look here. So these are the different channels of banking system over the years. So it was branches, then moved to call centers, and the ATM. So these three are like the traditional mode of transactions. And then from that we move to mobile banking. And then we have started using point of sales, means debit card and credit card come into presence. Then BC channels, that is banking correspondence channel, which means in the area of unbanked areas. So the banks started outsourcing their services, which means the third party can offer the banking services through electronic mode, that is banking correspondence. The same simple example is they can have a service centers and they can evaluate loan applications, they can open it deposits through online. They are not basically they are not the banks, so they are representative of the banks. So they used to do the banking work as a representative, as a channel partner. Then comes internet banking, then digital banking, then phone banking, then app-based banking. So these are the different channels which you can see over a period of time. So all these emerging channels has come into the market thanks to digital innovation or technological innovation. Today, the banking experience to the customer is so simple. So because of the technological innovation, the bank customer is totally empowered. Earlier, in order to transfer the money from my account to somebody else, I have to go physically to the branches and I have to request them to do the things, and I have to wait for 1 hour, 2 hours, etc. So I remember during my college days, I used to take classes off and wait in the banking, in the queue in the banks, just to take a 20 rupees DD to apply for a BSRB job, banking job. Half day I used to bunk the class. Today it is not at all required. So everything you can do at any point of time. So which means the technological innovation has empowered the customer to get the banking services, and so many research have also proved that the customer experience is far better than before. That means physical banking. So moving forward, what's the global scenario of the banking? So the global digital banking scenario goes like this: 3.6 billion customers, banking customers are there. In digital banking customers are there by the end of 2025. Means the digital banking has increasing the financial inclusion across the world. And then when it comes to the banking market size, it is 12.94 billion only. The transaction has happened only to digital banking platform. And the overall growth of business size of digital banking across the world is 13.23%, which is extremely good figure. And then digital banking revenue, the overall 1.61 trillion amount of revenue has been generated by only with digital banking. So this indicates the market volume. This is just the beginning, and in the years to come, this volume may increase in the same double-digit rate in next few years. And then coming to the digital adoption and behavioral shift. So what are the things you can see here? The research indicates that 77% of US adults manage bank accounts via mobile apps or online platform, which means many of us, even I'm staying in Muscat, and I have not seen many of my branches. I have 3-4 different bank accounts, but I have not seen many branches so far, because I can sit here and open bank account digitally. So that is why the most of the, even in US, even still 77% of the adult, which means 23% are still following branch banking, which means in the years to come, that 23 will also be converted into digital platform. In the years to come, I think in the next few years, the physical banking may become history. You may be surprised. You cannot see any physical banking in the years to come. So in the place of physical banks, the metaverse bank will take over. So that is why the presence, sooner or later, the physical bank is going to be history. And then 80% of the millennials prefer digital banking, and 48% would switch banks for better digital experiences. Please understand, see the second sentence. 48% of the customers are switching from one bank to another bank just because to have a better digital experience. What is the message you are going to get? in order to retain the customer, you should have the best quality digital experience. In olden days, you know that the bank branches, some of the elite class branches are like a five-star hotel, which means to attract the customer, you need to have a very good presence, physical presence. Today, that has gone. That time has gone. Today, in order to retain the customer, you should have the best digital experience. Again, I don't define what is digital experience. You can Google it. So, what makes the people to retain in a digital banking platform? So that are the criteria the bank should meet. Second and thirdly, 54% of global bank customers have switched to digital only banks. See, I have been telling that there are different stages of banks. So, physical bank, online, electronic bank, and digital bank. So now there are two types of banks. One is they are also focusing on physical presence as well as digital banking. So in the years to come, there is only digital only platform. So the most of the customers, more than 50% of the customers, they are preferring digital only platform. And 400 million neobank users. So neobank users means what? Neobank, it's basically a new generation bank. They are having presence only digital format, digital platform. So the number of neobanks are increasing. So even including in India, which I will explain you later. And 81% of the customer satisfaction is proved in digital banking, whereas 65% of customers satisfaction under traditional banking, that is old generation, old-fashioned bank. Which means in order to catch the customer's experience, you like it or not, you have to move, you have to adopt technology in your banking business. So what are the key drivers? Let's have a quick look why there is a digital transformation is happening in banking and finance. Number one is customer expectation. So the today's customer expectation is far higher than yesterday. So the banking system or the banking industry is not having one business like yesterday. Bank is what yesterday, accepting deposits, pay interest to the customer and lend that money to the customer. Means accepting deposit at 5% interest and lend that money at 10% interest. The difference is their spread. So means the bankers are the dealers of money. They buy money by way of deposit and they sell money by way of loan. So that was the business yesterday. Today, the business banking business is totally different. You can in your life cycle from the birth to the till that time of death, you have different needs of finance. So all these financial needs are going to be catered, are going to be provided by the banking system. So sometimes what happens, banks need to predict what is your requirement and accordingly they have to give the services. So now comes the technology. So the technology is going to predict what is the need of what is the customer's need. Accordingly, it will give solutions. Which means if you are using ATM, debit card or credit card, based on your spending habit, the technology will predict what is your requirement and accordingly they will suggest, they will make a suggestion. So this is what we call it as a customer expectation. So customer expectation means what? The delivering the services beyond my expectation. So then only I can get a delight. So that is why all these things are happening because of, in order to meet the customer's expectation, I have to move from the traditional mode to digital transformation. So second one is why digital transformation is happening, because of innovation in technology. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, blockchain technology. All these technologies have increased the efficiency of banking system, increased the security system, and which also led the innovation, different types of services. You see, today, you know that fintech companies are parallelly competing with the banking system. See, if I have surplus money, what I will do? I will keep in a bank deposit, right? So what the bank will do? Bank will pull that money and use that money to lend. So they buy money at 5% by way of deposit at 5%, and they lend that money at the rate of 10%. Difference is there. margin. Today, because of financial technology, fintech companies, they are going to make a P2P business, which means they will pull the borrowers, savers of the money and the seekers of money. See, take the example of fintech platforms. So what they will do, the companies, they need loan, they need money, they will come to the fintech platform and they will directly collect the money from the people like you and me. So that is called peer-to-peer lending. Earlier, there is an intermediation. My money will go to bank and bank will use that money to lend to the third party. Today, because of fintech companies, peer-to-peer lending is becoming very popular. So I can go to fintech platform and I can find who needs money by a loan and I will directly lend the money. What is the advantage? The advantage is I will get the return better than the deposit return. So how much I can get on deposit? Maybe 5%. How much I will get peer-to-peer lending? I may be getting 10 plus return. So that's the advantage happening with technological innovation. Similarly, competitive advantage. So now today, in order to have better, I think in my previous slide I have experienced, I have shared 85% of the customers are satisfied with digital platform, whereas 65% people only satisfaction rate in the traditional mode. So in order to make the customers delight, in order to catch the customer, I need to adopt the digital transformation. Ultimately, the regulatory changes, the regulation has been changing over a period of time, which is supporting more for the digital transformation. So all these are the important drivers for the adoption of digital transactions in the banking and financial industry. And now let's have a quick look about the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So why artificial intelligence and machine learning are changing the dimension of banking industry? Number one is the artificial intelligence and machine learning can provide a very personalized services to the customer. Using AI algorithm, they can analyze the customer data and they can offer what exactly the type of financial product needed to the customer. Let's assume if I am above 60, they will the AI algorithm will analyze my requirement and they will suggest the best pension product. Like for example, if they're above 60 means what he is looking for a pension product. It will suggest you the best pension products. If I am 25 plus, then I have long time to work. So that is why the AI may suggest me the product which is suitable at the age of 25. This is just an example. Similarly, because of the AI, we can also use the predictive alerts and accordingly, according to my taste, interest and requirement and machine learning and AI can provide a better personalized services. And enhance regarding fraud detection, yes, artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is controlling the fraud, because which is going to give you so many alerts and which can determine the fraudulent transactions and which is in intervention of AI as well as machine learning has is going to reduce the fraudulent transaction in the years to come. And automated customer services, like for example, if I need any services, no need to wait for banking staff. Chatbots are there that will give you the ready answers, quick answers anytime, and virtual assistants will be there, and so many inquiry channels are there. So all the services are going to be automated. And ultimately, with this, the with the help of the AI and machine learning, the customer's credit scoring may improve because I will not fail to repay my loan. It will give a correct alert. It will give me 1 week advance alert on the day of alert. So that is why I can make the payment on time so that I can increase my credit scoring. Otherwise, in olden days, we used to forget timely payment. So moving forward, what are the best practices for building intelligent financial ecosystem? Number one is embracing on open banking philosophy. So open banking is going to change the dimension of banking system. What exactly open banking? I will also explain. So open banking is a intermediation. So in between customer as well as bank, there will be a third party. So this third party intervention happening just because of the innovation and technology in the banking sector. So approximately 80% of the financial institutions believe that open banking will significantly impact their business. So earlier, in order to have my business, I should have my physical presence. Today, no need. So my business is expanded not because of my presence, it is because of third party. They are called APIs. And the second is the best practice is prioritize data security and privacy. So this is one of the important aspects. So you need to have a robust, cyber security measures. So that's another important best practice. And ultimately, the culture of innovation. So innovation is the only way which is going to lead the change the direction of the banking system. So you can see for the last 10 years how much change happened in banking system. Okay, so you today even the one who is selling pan bida is also using the QR code. Can you imagine? See, when the when the new government started thinking of digital transformation in banking system, many people have opposed. In India, 70% of the population is living in rural area, and many rural area they are not having technology, understanding of technology. How do you bring technology in banking sector? How the rural people can survive? That statement has totally redundant now, because even the illiterate, like street vendor, the lady who is selling vegetable on the street, they can sell her product through QR code, mobile app. So that is the innovation. Okay, so that happened because of technological innovation. So that's why. So in order to sustain your business, I will tell you one thing. So you should develop a culture of innovation. If you don't have a culture of innovation, so you will be out sooner or later in the market. So that's why I told you in the beginning, the topic that you have, the theme that you have selected for today's conference is highly relevant, and that is going to determine the future of the banking sector and future of the financial sector. So as I told you, open banking. So open banking system is operated through API system ecosystem. So if you look at the financial figure, you can see 137 billion open banking API calls happening every day. So you can see 427% growth year on year. And then 81% of the banks are adopting open banking APIs. So let's take the example here, two different traditional banking. In the traditional banking, in order to transact with the bank A, B and C, so you can see here, in order to transact bank A and C, so the customer should have a separate contact with A and B and C. Let's assume if I wanted to make a deposit in bank A, I should open an account here. In order to open make a deposit in bank C, I should have separate account. Today, no need. So you can see here through the platforms. Take the example of, there are many platforms are there. See, for example, Grip is there. There are so many platforms are there, like Money platforms are there, Kubera platforms are there. So what you can do, customer will open a KYC with API platforms. With one KYC, you can make deposit in check deposit in bank A, bank B, or bank C. No need to be a customer here. Similarly, earlier, you know that in order to buy mutual funds schemes, you should open a portfolio. You should open a portfolio, or you should open a profile in all the mutual fund portals. Today, it is not like that. I'm not promoting any APIs here. I'm just giving the example of one software, one platform is there, Money platform is there. and Kubera platform is there. So you just clear the KYC in one platform. The moment you clear the API in one platform, you can take the insurance, you can buy the mutual fund schemes of, I think we have 30 plus one houses are there in India. You can pay one KYC, you are eligible. Otherwise, in olden days, you have to make KYC in all 30 mutual funds. Now it is not like that. So similarly, deposits also, you can clear API, KYC here in API platforms, and you can make deposit in any banks. No need to have an account there. So this is the transformation you can see. This is unimaginable investment. Before it is unimaginable. So today, open bank, thanks to fintech technological innovation, and thanks to the growth in fintech companies in recent years, and open banking system is becoming very popular. So in between customer and the banking system, there will be one more present, the one more platform, third party is coming called API consumer applications. So these platforms are connecting one customer with many financial institutions. So this is a big change which has happened in a few years. Not very old. It is just 3, 4, 5 years. This especially after COVID. If I wanted to tell you very clearly, after COVID, all these innovations becomes more. So moving forward, so I'm not going to explain the definition. So the open banking is a system where the third party is involved in between banking system as well as the customer. So they are nothing but they are operating with API platforms. And these are all the examples across the world. So you can take the example Plaid, City, and Mastercard. And there are so many. If you come to the India, we have Indmoney platform is there, Kubera platform is there. So many platforms are there. You can also Google it later on. So these are the new generation, third party which are connecting bankers, sorry, financial institutions as well as customers. And there are many key benefits. Number one is there is no information barrier, and with one KYC, you can connect many financial institutions, and which also enables us for instant payment. And KYC is one KYC that will connect with many financial institutions, and which also accelerates the cross-border payments also. Like for example, with Ind Money, one no account, you can buy and sell the shares of US market. One KYC, with one KYC, you can open a trading account for BSE and NSE. You can open trading account for a New York Stock Exchange. You can buy mutual funds of 50 plus company schemes, and you can take deposits any banks. So many things are happening with one particular account. Similarly, security is the foundation for all this. Like for example, in the case of technology, the most important thing is trust. If the trust is breached, their premises will collapse. So that is why the trust is the security is the basic foundation for the digital business. For that, nowadays so many technological innovations are happening. So which will enhance, like for example, cloud computing and then quantum computing. All these are going to increase the security measures in online transactions, and which is going to enhance the trust and which will also catch the attention in future. So now the fintech companies are like for example in traditional format, the banks are standalone entities. So State Bank of India means what? It's a standalone entity. There is no third party in between. So today that time has gone actually. So banks, like for example, State Bank of India or HDFC banks are visible from the front, but behind them, there are so many interconnected platforms are there. So in order to run one bank, you need to have an agreement or collaboration with many fintech companies. That is banking business today. So traditional banks are only one entity. They are going to do all the business. But today, fintech providers are supporting banking system. So without fintech partnership, banking companies find it very difficult. For example, if my company is having a collaboration with fintech partner, like then what I can do without my branch, I can do the deposits. Without my branch, I can sell my loan products. So that is why the these fintech providers going to provide a great role. They're going to play a greater role in marketing my banking products. And now what happens with this? So the shared outcome will be if the traditional banking companies going to have a partnership with the fintech companies, what is going to happen here is they are going to enhance the customer experience. Sorry. In this, sorry. Look at this slide. I have given few examples: HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, IDFC Bank, and Bank of Baroda, State Bank of India, S Bank. These are just examples. You can see here from the face you can see HDFC Bank, but from the background you can see how many partnerships. So there are many partnerships are happening here. So the partnership for business development, partnership for technological innovations. For example, HDFC Bank alone, this is old data. Now this may be even more partnership might have happened. You can see one HDFC Bank, it has a partnership of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different entities. Similarly, you can take the banks, the State Bank of India, which means what? So, which means without the intervention of financial technological partnership, the banking business is going to be business. So that is why in order to be a successful banking business, there should be a very good collaboration between fintech companies as well as banking systems. If my banking company don't have fintech collaboration, means I will be out from the market sooner or later, not even later, sooner. So next comes the neobanks. This is another dimensions which is happening with the technological innovation. Neobanks means what? Basically, they don't have any physical presence. So the 100% of their operation is happening through online platform. It is same like Amazon, same like Uber, right? So same like what is that called? This one hotel. You can book. What is that called? Internationally, you can book the hotels. That is another platform. Is there? Means they don't have the without owning taxi, you can. Uber is running the business of taxi without having warehouse. Then Amazon is having trading business. Similarly, you have. Without having physical presence, you are going to have a kind of business. Similarly, in new banks also, you don't have physical presence. You are doing the same business as if the traditional banks are doing. So this is their operational expenses are very less. For that, they need no need to have a big building and rent and the infrastructure. No. Like for example, if I wanted to have one branch, then I have to pay rent, I have to pay electricity, I have to hire the people. My operational expenses are huge. But here, I am offering the same services through the platform of bank. See, I as a customer, I need the service. I no need to go to bank branches. So if all services are available at my fingertips, that's it. So it is win-win situation. For me, the products are available at a much cheaper cost, much cheaper price. And for the digital banking companies, neobanks, they are having the revenue at a lower possible operational rates. So then ultimately it's a win-win situation. So banking companies can have a higher margin and the customer can get the service at a lower cost. So that's why the market is growing, the neobank market is growing like anything. And similarly, the advantage here is the banking fee is 25% lower than the traditional banking operations. The reason is operational cost is very less, and most of the cases they are having a peer-to-peer business. And in the world, there are key players are there. Just for the example, in Brazil, Nubank is there, DBS in Singapore, Revolut in UK, And in India also there are many platforms are there which I will show you. And again, coming to the customer satisfaction, it is 1% of the customers are highly satisfied with neobanks. And take the example, this is the Indian scenario. So these are the Indian, new generation neobanks. Faro is there, Jupiter is there, Neo is there. Neo is by Equitas, if I am right. And then Reserve is there. Fin Fin Finin is there. Finin is I can this one. FY is from uh, Federal Bank. It is one of the leading player in neo banks in India. FI, so which is promoted by federal banks, and NIYO, which is operated by Equitas, and Reserve is also playing a big role in what is that called online payments. So they have got a very payment gateway business is also there. So like that. So these are our Indian developed neo banks. They don't have physical presence. We don't have physical presence. So these banks are the awareness of these banks are very less actually. So it's only with the generation, what is that called, Gen Z. These people are having a better awareness of this. But in the years to come, only these kind of banks will play. Even the traditional bank will also be converted into neo bank. There is no doubt actually. Then this happened actually. You can take the example PCICI Bank. Who promoted ICICI Bank? ICICI Bank was promoted by ICICI itself. ICICI, the business of ICICI one point of time has become redundant. ICICI is a development bank. So the development bank started a commercial bank. So when commercial bank started serving as an universal bank, the commercial banks are providing the requirement of whether development or retail or whatever. So then ICICI becomes redundant. So then what happened? Reverse merger happened. Reverse merger means what? ICICI Bank promoted, sorry, ICICI has promoted ICICI Bank. Then ICICI become redundant. Then ICICI itself, parent company is merged with its sister concern. Why? Because of the change of time. So the same thing may also happen. Like example, tomorrow ICICI Bank may be merged with a newly invented new bank by the ICICI. These are the new possibilities. Means HDFC Bank may be merged with the new bank promoted by HDFC Bank. So these are the kind of scenario you can expect in the years to come. So this is quickly. I don't know. I don't have. I have a time or not. So quickly, I will take you to the mobile payment and digital wallet. Is another important, changes you can experience in digital banking. So the digital wallet is a new system wherein you can see globally $11.55 trillion business is happened in 2025, which is going to increase, and the transaction volume is increasing by 80%. And this is, I'm telling you, the global data and US data. And the biometric security is also, biometric security is one of the important aspects which is enhancing the mobile payment as well as digital payment. And there are some regional paid readers are here. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, and even in India also UPI. UPI is also that is India's UPI. That is also playing an important role, prominent role. And this UPI is now crossing the border. You can see it was initially in India, so now UPI is available in some of the GCCs and some other across the world. So during COVID, I think UPI is also adopted by some other nearby countries also. So that is why these are all the mobile payment, platforms, which is also going to supplement for the financial experience. And then, what are the technologies which is going to, create a foundation for 2530? Number one is quantum computing. So quantum computing definitely will help enhance the wealth management experience of the customer. So which will optimize your portfolio, where to invest, how to invest, when to buy, when to sell, all these kind of, which means algo trading. The algo trading already there. So next level of algo trading may come with the help of quantum computing. So which also help us to manage the risk and which will also create a various risk management models, and which also provide various other experience in the banking industry. Right now, the Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and HSBC banks are investing heavily on quantum computing, including in India also it's happening. And IoT as well as 5G is also going to provide a better experience of real-time transaction capability, machine-to-machine payment, and connected financial ecosystem powered by AIG. Because 5G network is also supporting for the better digital experience. And the next is Gen AI agents. I think just a week back, we have heard about the Anthropic AI. This is a agentic, artificial intelligence, which is going to change a big change. We expect that there will be a big change with the help of agent with Anthropic software. I think this will also have support this will also affect the banking. It will also have a disruption in the banking industry. So, agentic software, artificial intelligence is also going to create better experience in banking industry in the years to come. So, artificial intelligence plus blockchain is equal to intelligent financial ecosystem. What I'm trying to say from the beginning is this: artificial intelligence plus blockchain technology is equal to financial ecosystem, which means in order to have a banking experience, your or else financial, it's in the bank. I am not using the banking because banking is now a different terminology. So financial services experience. So in order to have a financial services experience, there should be a good collaboration or combination of artificial intelligence and blockchain system in your operations. Only you can provide these kind of services and you can enhance the consumer experience. And AI implementation will have an impact. 63% of banking customer satisfaction is enhanced with AI implementation, and 4 billion transactions are analyzed by Wells Fargo. This is one of the leading US financial institutions, and 31% cybersecurity spending in there's an increase. 31% of cybersecurity spending because trust factor is important in a digital experience. If the trust is breached, and the entire ecosystem will collapse. So that is why there will be a huge investment on the enhancing the cyber security. You know that there are so many threats are happening. I think day before yesterday, I read a news that in Cambodia, the government has, arrested a big business. And I think 130 people were arrested. So the all the what is that called the cyber arrest happening in India, which is originated in Cambodia. Okay, so this how these people are getting my data? Like they will make a digital arrest by a call, and they will make threats to people. There are so many things are happening. So recently, it found that the most of the digital arrests happened in India, which is originated from Cambodia. They have a background skin of Gandhiji picture and Indian government emblem and police dress. Everything is there in that room. So that is why I'm trying to say is cyber security is most of the important thing. So that is why if there is a good cyber security in the financial ecosystem, then this kind of digital and arrest and all will not happen. So even stealing my account money by third party is also not going to happen. So that's why the companies, the financial sector companies are spending huge money on cyber security because that's the only way I can build the trust and I can save my so these are the emerging trends in future finance. One is decentralized finance (DEFI). This is a very important business transaction, business system ecosystem, wherein, as I told you before, there is no need to deposit my money in bank, and bank will not use my money to lend to third party. So there will be a this decentralized finance ecosystem where there will be peer-to-peer financial services will happen. Like for example, if you take the example of even mutual funds also. Earlier, what happens? There is a direct. There are two types of mutual fund schemes: direct and regular. Regular means what? You are buying mutual funds with the third parties in intermediate company. Now, most of the platforms. Like for example, you can take the example of Zerodha, you can take the example of Ind Money, you can take the example of Suera, wherein you can buy the product directly from the company. It is peer-to-peer services. I am the customer and the company, so I am the that connecting me directly with the operator. So that is why decentralized finance, that is DEFI, is going to reshape the entire financial ecosystem. Secondly, embedded finance, which means the integrating financial services directly into non-financial platforms. Example, buy now, pay later options. Means you can today and you can pay it over a period of later through my debit card or credit card. That is buy now, pay later. So here, in order to buy a refrigerator, what I should do? I should go to the bank and I should take the loan and use that money to buy a refrigerator or television. Now today it is not like that. I can go to the supermarket and supermarket will block the card of money mine, and then that blocked money will be released equated monthly. Like for example, if I have to pay 12,000 means every month 1,000 rupees will be deducted from my bank account using this debit card. That is the method called buy now pay later system. So this is another like I no need to take loan from the bank to buy television like yesterday. But today it is not like that. So this happens with embedded finance ecosystem. Then ESG, yes, because of the digital finance, it is going to enhance the focus of environment, social, and governance. Because which is most, today's conference is also the one of the keyword of the conference is sustainability. How do I achieve sustainability? Reduce the hardness to the environment. So with the help of the digital banking, I'm going to use the paperless and I'm going to use the powerless. I'm going to use so many positive advantage to the ecosystem of the nature. So that is why the digital banking system is going to provide better support for the ESG and ultimately metaverse banking. So this is what I have been telling. What next? The next is this. This is called metaverse bank. See, this is not the real what is that called branch. The branch kind of experience you can get in your system. So you just log into the in the years to come. I think this metaverse banking already adopted by few banks across the world. So which means you are experiencing as if you have entered into a bank branch and there are bank officials, artificial intelligence, supported officials physically. It is not virtual. It is a virtual person. Will be you are going to meet virtual person like for example, here all virtual person. Here, this person may be you, and this person may be your bank manager. So the way you interact with the physical person, the same way you can interact with the virtual person, and the virtual person will understand what you say through artificial intelligence and algorithm. So then this kind of metaverse bank is going to give you the real time, the best services to the customer. So this is the metaverse banking which may come in next 10 years. So if metaverse bank is the next step of digital. So in the digital banking system, you feel that there is no connection between you and the somebody else. So now the somebody else will be a virtual person, artificial person. So this kind of this metaverse banking is expected to hit 5 trillion by 2030, and many of the leading companies started investing on metaverse banking. So in India also sooner or later, as an experiment, you may get you can see this kind of metaverse banking in the near future. You know that even in the market, what's happening here is you can even play, like for example, you can see on the example I'm giving you here, Maxi Infinity and the Meta Cricket League. So Meta Cricket League is a virtual. Like 2020 is the real match. So similarly, cricket league is virtual. So you can click and you can make investment virtually, and you can convert your what is that called physical money into virtual asset and virtual asset back to physical asset. If I say this, people may not understand, and that is going to be the reality in the years to future. Means you are converting your real money into virtual money. and through that virtual money you will start making trade and business, and your virtual money 100 becomes 1000, right? So what you will do, that virtual money will be converted back into actual money. So these all are the systems will come sooner or later in world. In the world it started, in India also you can see it later. So coming to the rise of hyper personalization, yes, personalization is very important key in this one, uh, uh, digital experience business. So here you can see predictive analytics is one of the most important aspects. Predictive analytics means what? Yesterday I was reading one just joke here. What is that joke? Is one person started, searching in Google that premier, uh, the premier villas in Bangalore. Example, I'm telling you. He started searching in Google premier villas in Google in Bangalore. So then, what happens? Next few days in his Google, there's a lot many. And then Google understood that this person needs premier villa. Then the moment he opens the Google, and there are many, premier villas, offers are started appearing in his Google page. It's called predictive analysis. So the Google will analyze what is your requirement, then accordingly. Then in order to reverse that, then what he did, I want the cheapest shoes in Bangalore. Then what happened? Then very next day, all these premier villa had vanished, and the next all the cheapest shoe centers in Bangalore started appearing in the screen. So this is exactly the predictive analysis. So according to my requirement, then the AI will analyze what exactly you are looking for accordingly. Means AI is always one step ahead of your thinking. So that's exactly predictive analytics that is possible using the AI as well as blockchain. And then contextual engagement, yes, based on your requirement, then the AI will also make a contextual engagement, and which will reduce your time searching. And ultimately, the AI will help you goal-oriented planning. Like in the already in India started robo advice, robo wealth management means your robo will give the advices of how to manage your wealth. So even budgeting, savings plan, investment plan, wealth management plan, all these things will provide a better result by using AI. So there are some cases I will skip it, and these all are the examples I have put it here. The regional digital banking strategies. I have given US, European strategy, Indian strategy, and Middle East strategy, and Asia Pacific strategy. So now you can see the various possibilities and things which is going to happen in various regions across the world, because they have these regions have already pretty analyzed the importance of digital innovation, and they have started investing, and in the next 5 years, by the end of 2030, you can see a sea change in the arena of banking system. So these are the various investment opportunities which will happen in banking space or in a digital finance stage. You can see many investments may take place in fintech startups. Of course, Bangalore is considered as one of the most prominent place for fintech companies, and infrastructure players like cloud providers, API platforms. As I told you before, open banking system, we need API platform. That is also another important business. Blockchain network business, and traditional bank innovation, because the traditional banks should move forward with the neo banks, affiliate platforms, and these and all the places where the new investment is going to happen. Similarly, quantum computing as well as cyber security also another important area where we can see investments in the years to come. And creating intelligent ecosystem is exactly what it is, basically data driven and seamless integration of APIs, and which is also enhance the personalized experience, and ultimately which is also enhance the trust as well as security. And digital finance has increased the financial inclusion, as I told you, 1.26 billion unbanked population. That unbanked population is declining now. Why this is declining? Because of the expansion of digital presence, which means digital presence has enhanced the many research have proved that digital presence has enhanced the financial inclusion and reduced the unbanked population over a year. It is very clear in India also. So, what are the different challenges? You can see quickly. Number one, the legacy system challenge, that is modernization of existing infrastructure with the new infrastructure, that is called legacy system. So that's, this is a transition. So you are replacing the existing system into new system. As I told you, physical banking, when during that time of ATM has introduced, many people were laughed that ATM will not work. Two reasons. One reason, people don't know the technology. The second reason, people understood that the people don't trust the ATM. So that this proved. Similarly, I will give you one more example. Earlier, you don't know, if I say this, many people don't know. Earlier, the buy and sell of shares used to happen with the physical paper. When I buy a share, then what happens? They will buy a paper from you, and I should send it to registrar of companies for transferring from your name to my name. Okay, when I sell it, and I will transfer the paper to you, and you have to send it to registrars of companies. This was the system yesterday. And that kind of system, so the share certificates has been, system has gone. Then the DMAT system has come. DMAT system. So today there is no share certificate. Everything is DMAT. So when the DMAT has introduced, people were reluctant that I will continue to hold the physical certificate, including me, those times, because initially resistance to change. Later on, we understood that the new system is far better than the old system. So that is why today that is one of the challenge here. The second challenge is talent gap. Yes, you know that recently the World Trade Forum, or the what is it called, World Economic Forum, which has listed the top, top, what is it called, top rated jobs, means which is in high demand in the next 1 decade. That is AI, as well as blockchain related jobs, data science jobs. So talent, this is now there is a huge talent gap in there. So that is why. So there is a kind of gap is there, because we are unable to adopt the change, because we need more talents to bring that or to implement that particular matter. And regulatory complex is also another challenge, and cyber security threat, as I told you, that is also one of the challenge. The opportunities comes to here is new revenue streams with the help of digital business. My revenue streams are increasing. As I told you, earlier physical bank, in order to do the business, they are going to locate only one place. But for the banks, the area of operation is across the globe, across the globe. So that is how you like, how it happens, because of digital presence. So even most of the NRA, non-resident customers, are contacted by the most of the banks in India through digital platforms only. And enhance the customer loyalty. Yes, as I told you one thing before, the customer shift is happening with the company, with the bank, which is providing better customer experience, better digital experience. And operational efficiency, yes, the cost of overhead is drastically reduced over a period of time because of the digital platform. And ultimately, yes, financial inclusion is increased, unbanked population is decreasing because of this. So now what the future now? Future is what? Future is the company must make strategic decision to build a strong financial ecosystem. For that, the banking companies should embrace innovation, which means they have to inculcate AI, blockchain, and quantum computing in their business, and they have to build a strong partnership. Means banking company cannot do business isolatedly, so there should be an ecosystem there. So there are, as I told you, shown you before, there are so many, internal collaboration is required, API platform is required, and security company requirement is there. So many partnership is required. It is not one man business, one company business. and ultimately ensure the security, trust, and compliance. So these are the three important strategic pillars which is required to build a strong financial ecosystem. That's it from my side, and my conclusions are like this. Number one, digital presence is increasing market scales, and technological convergence is very essential. Banking business or financial sector business is combination of AI, blockchain, and computing, the quantum computing, and customer centric customer experience to win the customers to meet the customer expectations. We need to have focus on digital presence, and the ecosystem is part of what open banking, neo banking, API platforms. These are the part of ecosystem of financial sector, and the by 2030 the quantum safe security DIFI, DFI convergence, and blockchains are inevitable, and you need to incorporate this in your banking system. And at the end, as I told you, so what is the transition you have seen? PEDM transition. P means what? Physical banking, electronic banking. Now we are in the third stage, digital banking. The next transition will be metaverse banking, which I have explained. That's it from my side. And thank you very much for your patience listening. And if you have any question and answer, you can do it. These are my reference. And if you want to connect with me, so this is my social media connect. You can take a screenshot and send invitation. Let's be in touch. And if you have any more questions or something, you can open it. Otherwise, I will say thanks to the organizer for giving me an opportunity and sign off. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a comprehensive and thought-provoking session. So, participants will join you on the concerned platforms. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, sir. Can you? Sir, am I audible?
You are not audible.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
You are not audible actually. Your voice is breaking and remote.
Check. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
That is good.
Audible.
Little, it's audible like up 10 kilometers away from here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a comprehensive and thought-provoking session. Good morning, everyone. It's my distinct honor to propose vote of thanks to our keynote speaker, Dr. Anand S. Upadhyay. Sir has 30 years of rich experience and 11 years in leadership and has worked with a lot of prominent institutions. Currently, Sir is Director, Postgraduate Studies, College of Banking and Financial Studies, Muscat, Oman. We truly appreciate, sir, for taking your time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. See you then. Bye bye. I will sign off. Thank you.